What's going on, golf addicts? Welcome to Tour Junkies After Dark, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. We are the Tour Junkies. I'm DB. I got my boy Pat Perry with me. We're here for the Valero Texas Open 2021, 1 week before the Masters, our favorite tournament of the year, right in our own backyard of Augusta, Georgia. We just finished our own shows. We did a DraftKings preview for DFS. We did a betting preview for the Valero Texas Open. You can find that on our YouTube page. But while you're here watching this, go ahead and give the DraftKings channel a thumbs up. Give the video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. That way you can be notified whenever videos like this pop up. Pat, we're coming fresh off the WGC where you hit Billy Horschel at 90-1. Props to you. I don't know how many people tailed that bet, but Billy Horschel.
I don't think anybody did.
I don't think anybody did. I haven't heard it. Haven't heard a word.
Nary a word or comment. But here's the thing: is the event was a little bit boring near the end, and maybe I was boring with that pick. Like people just heard Billy. They were like Billy Horschel. Like you weren't very passionate about the Billy Horschel pick. You just said
they glossed over.
Yeah, and they just said, oh, well, 90-1 or whatever he was at, then I'm just not taking Billy Ho. But guess what? I also had Scotty Scheffler. So I picked the whole championship.
I think people just gloss over in general when you're picking, maybe. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe they do. They shouldn't, but they do.
We had a great show tonight. We had Gino Bonelli, who is the PGA Tour caddy for Joel Damon, who won the alternate field event at the Punta Cana Corrales. Had on Gino on the DraftKings preview show for the Valero. It was a lot of fun. We talked to him for 15 minutes or so. He told some cool stories about winning on Sunday and what it meant for Joel to win his first PGA Tour event. Really cool. So you want to check that out, I promise. It's good stuff. Plus, we did our role reversal show where Pat is the host and has to do all the ad reads and run the show. It's a total cluster bang. You're going to want to watch that. It's pretty interesting.
It really is. Now, there were some smooth parts to the ad reads, and there were some not so smooth parts. More so not so smooth, but it was still fun to do it. I enjoy actually trying to do that. But I also when I do host, I do have a much better appreciation for you, DB.
Oh, good. Thank you. Maybe we'll do that more often. This week, we are at the Oaks course at Tpc San Antonio, par 72, a little bit over 7,400 yards, the Greg Norman golf course. It's been the host site here since 2010. Here's what you need to know about the golf course. It can be a little tight, okay? Little tight. Fairways can be a little tight. Rough can be a little penal at times. So it's kind of a strokes gain off the tee golf course. Like you don't have to be long here. If you're just really accurate, that helps. If you're long and accurate, obviously that's even better. The greens here are pretty tough. There's a lot of slope. There's a lot of undulation, lots of tiers. Bermuda overseeded this time of year with POA grass or POA overseed. Tough to hit greens and reg here, so you got to be able to scramble, get up and down. Historically, it's been a tough golf course, but the last 2 years they played it here, which would be 2018 and 2019, it was pretty easy. Winning scores at 17 under and 20 under. This is a Texas golf course where really the main defense is the wind. So what's the wind going to do? You're going to want to check that out. We're recording this as of Monday night, and right now it looks to be pretty windy, pretty blustery, Pat, which could pose some problems for a lot of players. You're going to want to be in form, arriving, able to control your golf ball into these greens is what you're going to need to do if the wind is going to continue to do what it's looking to do. So your past champ.
And I think the guys that have played here or that have playing here coming off the Honda Classic a couple weeks ago or the WGC in Texas, they had to deal with a lot of wind. So those guys that have played those tournaments. Yeah, and Punta Cana are used to that. So, look, we've seen some wind.
There's more guys playing here from Punta Cana than WGC. They're getting ready for the Masters next week. But
what I mean is that in Honda, really.
Yeah. Your past champs here are Corey Connors, who Monday qualified to make it to this golf tournament in 2019 and then turned around and won. He won at 200-1. Before that, Andrew Landry won at 200-1. There's been a ton of long shot winners on this golf tournament. It can happen, okay? It can happen, people. You can have some bombs here, and I'm excited about that. And look, DJ withdrew today, so, it's just really anybody's game, I feel like. I truly feel like This is one of those events where a long shot can come out and take this tournament. You do need to know that the only way to make it to Augusta National for the Masters is to win. If you're not already qualified and you win, you get a charter straight to Augusta right here in our hometown to play the Masters. That's the only way. If the guy who wins is already in the Masters and you finish runner-up, you're still not in. You got to win the golf tournament here at the Valero. So a little extra motivation for those who are not already in the field at Augusta. So with that, Pat, let's get started. Let's talk about the shorter end of the outright market here. I don't love it. I don't think there's an overwhelmingly, especially with DJ coming out of here. I mean, Jordan Spieth is interesting. There's obviously the Texas narrative, his form, blah blah blah. But I'm not going to bet that. We don't do TJ After Dark to give you short numbers. Okay, that's just not what we do. But where is the shortest? Give me a few names in that, like up to 50-1 maybe, that you're interested in playing.
So a few for me here. I will start with Ryan Palmer. I like Ryan Palmer at 25-1. I think that's a good number for him. We've seen him play very well recently. Played pretty good in the match play event at the WGC in Austin. This is a good course for him. So I think Ryan Palmer at 25-1 is probably the shortest odds guy that I will go. I like some Siwoo Kim. He's at 35-1. Now, we don't know what Siwoo's going to show up.
Yeah.
Okay. The Texas get to Siwoo, I think. Sometimes.
I don't think this is a Siwoo week. I didn't say that on our show, but I don't. He does like some Texas. And
I like Siwoo. I think he could have some distractions, but I feel like this is going to be a good week for him, and I like him at 35-1. I think that number's good for him in this field. Look, this isn't that great of a field, and Siwoo is still a fantastic player. We've seen him win recently on tour just this year, so I like Siwoo at 35-1.
I do think it's a good number. I just think with Siwoo, it is you're definitely going to have a lot. It's an all or nothing game.
Yeah, it is.
And if it's an all or nothing game,
maybe that's like why he might be a little bit better of a DFS play than he is if you're putting your money on him to win. But still, I don't mind that. And then Charlie Hoffman at 33-1. I mean, Charlie Hoffman, the guy has fantastic history here. He's won here on this course. He's been playing very well. And we all know that we need Charlie Hoffman in the Masters field. How are we going to bet on a first round leader if we don't have Charlie Hoffman in the Masters field?
Will DraftKings even offer first round leader bets if Charlie Hoffman is not in the field? Because they just automatically know if you're betting a first round leader at Augusta National for the Masters and Charlie Hoffman's not in the field, that you're not going to win. Like you're not going to. Nobody can win the bet.
Nobody's going to bet.
Because even if he's not in the field, he will be the first round leader somehow.
Yeah. So, we have problems there. So there's a lot of science and data, or data, as you like to say.
I say both, actually. I say both.
Data and data behind the fact that Charlie Hoffman, if he is not in the Masters field and we can't bet him first round leader, there's going to be some problems. So you might as well let's just take him at 33-1 to win this tournament so that he can get into the Masters.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I got there. I got a couple more, but I'm going to leave them to you because I think you're going to talk about it.
I like Keegan Bradley and Chris Kirk at 45-1. I think you like them both as well. Both are ball striking very well. Keegan is just he's the sexiest ball striking son of a gun on the PGA Tour. There's just no doubt about it. He can't putt.
Yes. He's the sexiest moving left. Like this is what he does before he hits.
What? He does a lot of wiggling. But he can't putt. So I don't know, man. I'm just going to close my eyes and click the submit on 45-1 Keegan. Now, Chris Kirk, on the other hand, is doing everything well. He's doing everything well. He's coming off some good form as well. Had a tough, I think, one round. Was it at the Players? Was it at, or was it somewhere else? Yeah, it was at the Players. Tough Sunday at the Players, I think it was. Top 25 at the Honda. I like both of those guys. I think there's win equity in both. Both are PGA Tour winners. You got to feel like Keegan's going to win here eventually. That's it for me at 50-1. Up to 100-1 before we get into triple digits. I'm going to go with Ryan Moore at 80 to 1. The old wily veteran with a ton of course history here. That I do know for a fact is hitting it very well right now. Just needs a few little putts to drop it. Now he comes to a place that he's familiar with. He's confident on. He's played well in the past. He's got some magic. He's just got some magic here at the Valero, Texas Open. With let me just pull this up here. A 3rd place finish, a 7th place finish, an 18th place finish, and an 8th place finish. And guess what he's done in all 4 of those tournaments? He has gained strokes putting, which is not what he's been doing lately. So he's familiar. He's comfortable on these greens, okay? Very comfortable on these greens. He loves this golf course. Absolutely loves it. Ryan Moore at 80 to 1, another PGA Tour winner who, if he gets in contention on Sunday, is not going to soil himself. He'll pull it through. He'll make it happen. So that's it. I'm going to give you that. That's all I got up to 100 to 1. Then I'm going to get to the long shots. You tell me what you got.
All right. Well, I will start with Sam Burns at 60 to 1. I like him here. He finished in the top 25 in his first time ever playing here last year. We've seen him play well this year. Obviously could have won at the Genesis, what seems like forever ago. But I like that number at 60 to 1. He is definitely a good ball striker, good on approach. If he can get that putter rolling, I think he can certainly contend here. So Sam Burns at 60 to 1. And then I'm going to drop down to Aaron Wise at 75 to 1. We saw him almost win at the Honda Classic a couple of weeks ago. He's another guy that has good game for this course. Good game in the wind, as long as he doesn't have those freaking blow-up holes like he did at the Honda Classic. I think Aaron Wise can certainly have some win equity. We know he's won golf tournaments before in Texas, by the way. So it's 75 to 1. I like him. And then my last guy that I'll go with before I get to the triple digits is Brandon Grace, 75 to 1. I like Brandon Grace at 75 to 1. We've seen him play well recently as well. Won at the Puerto Rico Open. I think that's a good number for him. And he's just coming around. Brandon Grace was like 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago when he freaking broke a record at the Open Championship, which was windy conditions, all that kind of stuff. And he's had some personal issues that have come up and other things, but he's finally coming around. So I like Brandon Grace at 75 to 1. So there you go.
All right. Sorry. Looking at the triple digit, the long shot bombs, I got to go with the Texas boy. University of Texas boy, Doug Gim, the most boring name in all of golf, like right next to Roger Sloan, who we talked way too much about on the draft.
Too much. I'm not even going to talk about him tonight because
don't say his name again.
Yeah, I'm not going to say his name ever again tonight.
Okay. Doug Gim at 100 to 1. Listen, Doug had a great experience at the Players Championship when he completely on Sunday trying to win a golf tournament, didn't, but I think he learned a lot from that. And 100 to 1, Texas boy, ball striking is there. I like that. Then I'm going to go with a couple of Euros that have won multiple times in worldwide golf events, and that is Danny Willett, also at 100 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
He played well this past week in the Dominican Republic, former Masters champion. And then Bernd Wiesberger at 140 to 1. That's a bomb, but bombs can win here. Bernd and Willett, both good win players, both coming in with having flashed a little bit of form in previous weeks. I'll go with that. And then finally, I'll round it out with a little Graham McDowell at 160 to 1, the old wily veteran who could have won on Sunday at the Punta Cana Corrales Championship in the Dominican Republic. Played very well, striking the ball well, said after the event that he's feeling good about his game. He's a great wind player. Length not required here, so that sets up perfect for GMAC. And he's been, he's had so many years playing the Masters. Like, you got to feel like GMAC's ready to get back, and he's motivated. So 160 to 1 for a multiple-time PGA Tour, Worldwide European Tour winner. I think GMAC is worth a look at 160 to 1. Also, all three of those guys are good top 20 looks. Like GMAC and Bernd are 4.5 to 1. Willett's 3.5 to 1. Top 20.
Yeah. I like that. Starting this range at triple digits, I definitely like some Sam Ryder. He's at 100 to 1. I mean, you look at the stats for him. I mean, this guy is 28th in the field in ball striking, top 25 in strokes gained approach, top 5 in both greens and regulation and par 5 scoring. He has top 10 finishes in his last 2 starts. And then the 2 times that he has played in this tournament, he has also made the cut. So Sam Ryder, I think, is a guy that is just ready to win, and he's just been in that good form, which I like, and you're getting him at 100 to 1. I'm a big fan there. So I like Sam Ryder also there. And then I'm going to go with I
like Sam Ryder play a lot.
I can't say Roger Sloan because I was going to go.
No,
Roger
you're not allowed. You already just messed up. You're not allowed to say his name.
Okay, well then you know what? I'm going to go with 2 more guys here that I don't think have a lot of win equity, but I still think I want to put a little money on them. And one of them is Will Gordon at 160 to 1.
Unless I have it.
I just like Will Gordon, and I think he can win a tournament. He's made his last 5 straight cuts. And look, the guy's a good player. You're
taking his best weapon out of his hand here with the driver. That's what I don't like about his win.
Okay.
Probability.
You're going to do the same thing with JB Holmes at 350 to 1, but you're getting JB Holmes at 350 to 1. That's nuts. He was in the last group 2 weeks ago at the Honda Classic.
True.
Now, did he suck? Did he shoot 78 or 79 in the last group? Yes. But his game is coming around. He's hit or miss, and you're getting him at 350 to 1. Guess what? Stephen Bowditch won here at 350 to 1 in 2014. And you know what? That can happen to JB Holmes also. So I'll go that.
There you go. There you have it. The Tour Junkies After Dark picks for the Valero Texas Open 2021. We will be back next week for the Masters. We're really pumped about it. The show's going to come out a little early next week. We're excited about that. Be sure and subscribe to the DraftKings YouTube channel so you're notified. Go ahead and check out the Tour Junkies YouTube channel as well so you're notified there. And listen to the podcast. Wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Apple, Spotify, Amazon now has podcasts. All those places. Anchor, Stitcher, all those places. Check it out.
Anchor, Stitcher.
Enjoy the Valero Texas Open, the warm-up. It's the warm-up set before we go hard. We go hard for the Masters, and we're pumped about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. May your screens be green. See ya.
Oh!